Simmons, Al Roker, and Len Berman. This is News for New York at 11.
Go.
Good evening. It doesn't make any sense, but it just keeps happening.
Another innocent victim gunned down on a New York street. She was just 50 years old, a grandmother caught in the crossfire. Her young grandchild witnessed the horrifying moment. News 4's Tiwa Chang is live in East Harlem at the scene of this tragedy. Tiwa?
Well, Chuck, right here on this corner on 118th Street is where 50-year-old Nemo Rivas was shot earlier tonight around 7:45, right in front of her 5-year-old granddaughter. They had just been shopping. In fact, with the blood on the ground is mingled milk and orange juice and eggs. And apparently what happened is that police say two groups of young men were shooting at each other. If you look up back here, that orange awning, they found shell casings over there. One group was over there shooting. A block away on 119th Street, there was another group of young men shooting back and forth in a running gun battle. They found 9mm and .45 caliber casings. And police and area residents say this is a very heavy drug area, and there's shootings every single night. In fact, last night a young man was shot across the street. He lived. 50-year-old Nemo Rivas did not. Reporting live in East Harlem, Tiwa Chang, News 4, New York.
Tiwa, thank you. A triple tragedy in the Bronx tonight. A city sanitation worker shot and killed his wife and child and then took his own life. Family and friends say he was suffering from a fatal illness and was severely depressed. News 4's Dave Browde has more.
Detectives searched the apartment on Kruger Avenue in the Bronx, discovering the wreckage of a family said by other family members and friends to have been racked by both jealousy and AIDS. The pictures of a happier time. Matthew Sullivan in the white baseball cap, his wife Ada, and daughter Lisa Marie. Neighbors say these pictures are deceiving, that Matthew and his wife fought bitterly in the halls long before they knew he had AIDS. Then things got worse.
You know, she had said that he would take her with him. But, you know, and I told her to go to her mother's house. Go get the hell out of here. You know, there's nothing worth it to stay here for. But she wouldn't. She was afraid. She was afraid if she went there, he would get her too.
Police were called to the apartment repeatedly, but no one remembers any charges being filed, though everyone saw the fights.
They argued like anybody else.
They brought it into the hall. They did. But
and it got a little worse than anybody else. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
It got out of hand.
Police say they haven't determined exactly when it happened, but neighbors say they heard shots Thanksgiving Eve in the middle of the night.
And she didn't deserve what she got, you know. And I don't care what anybody says, but we all knew it was going to happen. We tried to warn her, but she was afraid to leave.
Police say they're checking to see exactly what the nature of the calls were, how they were told that there was a problem here. They know there was one. They just say they didn't have anything before this they could act on. Dave Browde, News 4, the Bronx.
Well, if you or someone you know has AIDS and needs someone to talk to, here's a number you can call. This is the National AIDS Crisis Hotline run by the Centers for Disease Control, 1-800-342-AIDS. It's 1-800-342-AIDS.
Well, tonight we have the story of a mugger's millions. Money a convicted crook sued for and won. The Supreme Court says he can keep it. In 1984, Bernard McCummins mugged a 71-year-old man in the IND subway station at 96th Street. A transit officer who reportedly did not witness the actual crime.
February of this year, the guards say the singer frequently spent the night with children whose parents dropped them